If you think personal brand is dead, think again. In 2025, personal brand isn't just an option anymore. It's your edge. This is what sets you apart from everybody else online. If you're a creator, marketer, or a professional of any kind, this is the exact thing that sets you apart from everybody else online. Hey, I'm Jaren, and today I'm going to be giving you a complete guide on how to build your personal brand in 2025. We'll cover why it's more important than ever, how to find your niche, the content strategies that actually work, positioning techniques, and how you can utilize it to grow your brand. By the end of this video, you will have a complete roadmap on how to build your personal brand. You can either be starting from scratch or you're going to refine the brand that you've already built, but this roadmap is going to help you find where exactly you are or find out where you need to be. And if you're wondering where I got all this information from, I got it all from a PDF that I created and I'm giving it away for free. So if you want it, just go to my Instagram and DM me the word guide and I'll send it to you for free. All right, without further ado, let's just get right into it. The topic we're going to be discussing is the ultimate guide to personal branding in 2025. So today we're going to be covering these sections. We're going to discover why personal branding matters, modern content landscape, 4 levels of personal branding, reality of competition, modern marketing for personal brands, content strategy and niche, growth and optimization, and scaling and monetization. Each of these subpoints, each of these sections is what's going to help you stand out. Each of these sections is the reason why most big brands are standing out in the online landscape as of now. All right, let's begin. Section 1, why personal branding matters. Your personal brand is exactly what separates you from anybody else who uses AI, because as we know, currently everybody is using AI to develop resumes, to do remote work, to do, mentorship. People are teaching stuff straight from AI. As we know, a lot of people who sell courses, they're selling it from AI. So how do you separate yourself from a person who uses AI? It's by building a reputation that's irrefutable. So what do I mean by that? You have to build a personal brand that is so strong, that shows your authority in your field so good that the people who are hiring you have no choice but to accept you, because they have seen the personality. They know that people trust your personal brand. Your personal brand is what separates you from everybody else online. Here's the thing. When done right, your personal brand doesn't just give you credibility, it gives you leverage. You can use your personal brand on your resume. You can use your personal brand on your portfolio to show them that you're truly capable of doing great things. Next up, let's move to section number 2, modern content landscapes. Currently, as we know, people who release content that's for everybody doesn't get to anybody. But if you're creating content for somebody, it will reach to that somebody. So this is a big opportunity for people like us who have, a content that we can produce and a content that we can put out there that is aimed for a specific number of people. See, your goal isn't always to gain followers or views. Your goal should be reaching to the right person who's willing to invest in you, who's willing to be a part of your community. That's why there's meme accounts with 100, 200K followers, and they have comments with brain rot, and their followers are random and none of them are willing to buy anything from them because their content is for everybody. And because it's a meme, most people follow it regardless. It's brain rot. But imagine you have a personal brand that has around 4,000 people who are willing to invest in you. That 4,000 is greater than the 200,000 followers that the other person has. So algorithms prefer personalized content. So how do you aim for this personalized content? You find a specific niche and you deliver to that niche. So let's go through this board that I created. So this has features, niche audience, broad audience. All right. The feature, audience size. In niche audience, the audience size is very small and the broad audience is very large. The needs of this niche audience is highly specific. You can pinpoint it and aim at it. But in case of broad audience, it's so general that if you generate a piece of content or a product online for these broad audience, they're never going to see it because a million other people are releasing products for them. And there's some other guy out there who has the specific product that they need and releases content for them. So you should aim for a specific community that you can release to. Competition. In niche audience, it's very low. Unless you pick, I don't know, man, a TV or a phone, the competition is pretty low in niche audience. If you release, let's just say, a headphone company that solves a specific problem for a specific group of people, then that is your niche audience, right? And in broad audience, there's too much competition. Marketing message highly tailored, and you can be as specific as you want to be. You know what I mean? You can release content that's so specific that it reaches. For example, this video that I'm making right now, it's for people who want to build their personal brand, to grow their own brand in 2025. This is a very specific niche that I'm releasing the video to. But in broad audience, it's general, it's versatile content. You know what I mean? Now, engagement and loyalty, niche audience have way more loyalty towards you because you're giving them solution that they need, so they're obviously going to be loyal to you. But in broad audience, it's going to be very low engagement, low loyalty, because they don't understand the value of the thing that you're providing, because everyone else is providing it for them. Conversion rate, basically the rate of which you can turn views or engagement into revenue. In niche audience, it's very high. Because why? Because you're targeting them specifically. But then in case of general audience, broad audience, it's very low, because you need to have a massive reach. See, that's what they say. Out of 200,000 followers, 10% of that is what follows or decides to follow their content and engages with them, right? But in a 4,000 follower account, like maybe 1,000, 2,000, even 3,000 people out of those 4,000 decide to follow and engage with their content and convert into revenue. Cost efficiency, more cost-effective marketing efforts, because you don't have to appeal to everybody. You're not sending an ad campaign to like 100 people. You're sending it to like 2 or 3 or a couple thousand. My bad. And this broad audience is too expensive, man. That's the problem. It's too expensive. You have to market to literally everybody. If for you to reach their eyes, right, you have to release content that literally speaks to them personally, to 1 million people. So it's much better to appeal to a single person, right? Find your niche audience. Find a single person that you want to help. It could be your past self, or it could be someone that your product is going to help specifically. Now, when I say this one person, you're going to be like, okay, why should I help just one person? That's not the case. This one person has the same problems as 100, 200 other people, and all of them are going to come look at you for help, because you're the one who's guiding them, right? Your goal is to be seen by the right people, not a lot of people, right? That's how you turn content into real results. Next up, let's move to 4 levels of personal branding. So there are 4 levels to personal branding. First is intrinsic presence, and in intrinsic presence, you are a singular person who hasn't posted any form of content yet. You're just there online. Anybody who has an account online has their own brand, their profile picture, their bio, the songs they use on their stories or even on their notes. This is all part of their intrinsic presence in personal branding. Then we have the extension. Basically, when you make your account public, or even in your private account, you start releasing content about yourself. You tell your story, you share your skills, you extend outwards, you show who you are. You break out of that little intrinsic presence and go out and extend. That's called extension. Now, defining presence. Now, in defining presence, basically you may start generating income. You start posting online and people start paying you to watch your skills and see how good you are. And the last is larger than life. Now, the larger than life phase is the phase that we all want to get. That's where Iman Gadzhi, that's where Alex Hormozi, all these people are. You become a thought leader, practically a respected authority in the field that you're working in, and your influence shapes conversations and trends. Basically, the fact that you exist is what changes people's thoughts around a certain topic or a certain niche. So that's the level that you want to get to. So to go from intrinsic to extension, you have to start posting content. To go from extension to defining presence, you have to start being a great presence online. You have to start defining that presence. You have to be good at your niche. You have to have a good certain amount of knowledge. And to go from defining to larger than life, well, that's the point that everybody wants to get to, and it's very easy. Once you have this defining presence, you just have to scale it higher and higher and higher. You just have to get good at each skill and improve that skill through either hiring, etc. The reality of competition. So before we get into the consistency over talent thing, let's read out this study, right? Out of 100 people who want to start a brand, 80 never even start, 10 quit early, 5 get distracted, and 2 face unforeseen life events. That leaves only 3 people who are truly consistent. And you have to be part of those 3 people. See, this is the hard part about a personal brand. You have to be consistent despite the failures. You have to be consistent despite getting low views, low likes, hate comments, messages asking you to quit, your family not supporting you, all of this. You have to be consistent, because even if you have talent, how will you ever become successful if you don't put your talent consistently for a long period of time? There's 100 people out there who can and will make a personal brand, but they're not consistent enough, right? Your goal is to beat them. Even if you don't have enough talent, as you keep posting, you're just gonna get better, right? Instead of saying I'll be the best immediately, your goal is to say I will become better than yesterday, right? Your talent will increase better than yesterday, right? All right, let's go to section 5, modern marketing for personal brand. Oh my God, that sounds crazy. Yeah, modern marketing for personal brands. So your goal is to follow this specific system, right? Express, tailor, amplify, and evolve. The old marketing ways, the old funnels is like awareness, the blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work anymore because people our attention span has dropped like so bad. Like we don't have any form of attention whatsoever. So our goal is not to, get awareness and then they'll just convert. No, that's not the case. You have to express. So what does that mean? So you have to follow this. Express means you have to define your brand and your values. You have to be a specific type of person. For that, you ask yourself some questions. Who am I? What am I? What do I like? What do I not like? And what is my ideal customer, my ICP, like? What do they like? What do they don't like? What do they want out of me? And then you tailor your brand and your personalization to fit this ICP. You fit this, who is my ideal customer, what do they like, what do they don't like, what do they want from me. You do that and you tailor your content specifically for them. And then you amplify. You go to partnerships, you go to collaboration, you talk to people, you mingle with people. This is going to give you a position of authority, because people are going to see, okay, not only is he personalizing his message for me, he's also reaching out to people that I want, so might as well follow him. And then evolve. This is the part most people mess up. You do all this, express, define, tailor, all this stuff, and then what happens? Your content doesn't reach where you want it to go, and you quit. But the greatest thing a person with a personal brand can do is optimize, to pivot, to move to the part that works the most. And niche. So content is your vehicle through which you can convey your ideas to your audience. So how do you do that? So there's different form of content. There's video, there's carousels, there's text, there's niche maxing, and there's total audience potential. So how do you use this content vehicle? So there's 3 types of content basically: video, carousels, and text. Video, it could be Reels, it could be YouTube, etc. Carousels on Instagram or even Twitter or Threads, or text based, even again in Threads or Substack or Twitter. So what do you use? Video is basically for conveying your ideas, right? Conveying your ideas and doing breakdowns. Carousels is for breaking down ideas in such a way that it fits. Like, you have to make sure the attention span is there, right? So in a picture of a carousel, you add, maybe let's just say this is the post, here's your profile picture. You should make sure the text doesn't go like bam bam bam. No, your text should fit right here, right? It should fit in the middle so they can just read. So that's for breaking down ideas. But for videos, you can keep on yapping, right? You can have a green screen behind you and just yap. So it's fine. Text, long form thought leadership. This is what sets you apart from other people. Your video, your carousels, it get reach, but your text, it doesn't get reach. So how do you get reach for your text? You get reach for your text using videos and carousels. If you want to start a newsletter or something, you can do that, or use Substack or use Twitter. Use this text long form to make people think that you're a professional. Be a professional, all right? And then niche maxing, just go hard on your niche, man. Just go hard. Just like, don't care about what anyone says, just focus on that audience. Don't care about appealing to 100 people by making a joke and making a fool out of yourself. Just focus on your niche, right? And keep pushing. So total audience potential is basically you understanding, can your audience, the audience that you have chosen for your niche maxing, are number one, strong enough for you to reach your goals. It could be revenue, it could be whatever, but they're big enough and they're, strong enough that, they can help you reach your goals. And number two, they're also compact enough that you can be a leader in that group. You know what I mean? So that's total audience potential. So you should, after you niche max, you should always compare, is my audience gonna be able to pay? Is my audience gonna be able to understand what I'm conveying to them? Are they big enough, etc.? Always remember, your audience cares about them, not you. So provide value first. When you're delivering these videos and carousels, make sure that you provide value over and over and over again. So strategy and positioning. There are 4 pillars of content creation. You could be a mentor, you could be a student, you can be an adventurer, and then there's one more. You should check out the PDF I've given it there. But what your goal is to just use these 4 pillars and understand which of these pillars are you, right? And then you should track which of these pillars are working the best for you, and then you should optimize. Are they working? Are they not working? What's going on? Your goal is not to always be the one that's always there, right? You shouldn't be the one that's in the crowd. You should always be standing out. Your positioning is how you stand out. So it could mean a position, like you could choose someone who's doing really good and see what they're doing and then say, no, that's not the right method. What I have is the right method. And you should start posting content that's positioning, you should start posting content that puts you at the opposite side, right, of who the other person is. Also, another way, this is game right here, one of the great ways to find the positioning is to find creators who are in the same niche as you, mirror what they're doing, twist their idea into a way that fits into your unique spin, and release it. It's going to put you in a unique standpoint, right? You're not just posting the same copy paste content, you have your own twist to it that helps you stand out. So this is how you stand out, right? This is how you become this guy. In a world full of people who are wearing glasses and looking at the same damn thing, you're the guy who's in red. You're the guy who's standing out because you are doing the same thing they're doing, but you have your own twist. You have your own things that separate you. Next up, growth and optimization. So how does that happen? How do you grow uncontrollably? You create content, you create. You analyze what happened, what's good, what's working, what's not working, and then you vary. All right, this stuff is not working, this stuff is working, this stuff is not working, this stuff is working. And then you take the stuff that's working and you double down, you push down until all you can do is make A-tier content, right? Your goal is quality over virality. Your goal should not be to grow followers who won't buy anything from you. Your goal is to get followers who are ready to produce viral content for you, right? Memorable is greater than perfect, right? You have to make sure that you're memorable, not perfect. Make sure that even if your talent is not high, you keep posting consistently with quality content. You're going to be memorable. Don't chase virality. Focus on high value viewers who actually move the needle. Clients, collaborators, and advocates. That's who your actual audience should be. Finally, scaling and monetization. This is how you go from making 1K to $1 million. You know what I mean? You go from 1 to 100,000 or whatever. Marquee media property, you start releasing newsletters, podcasts, you start your own agency, you start generate systems and teams and high value growth. So what does this mean? So you basically start writing this content on newsletters and you start talking on podcasts. You basically split your idea into such a way that your personal brand has multiple extensions of itself. And then you start doing podcasts on one extension, you start writing stuff on one extension, you start doing meet and greets on another extension. What this does is that it gives you a wide array of income sources. That's number one. Another thing is that it gives you a wide array for people to focus on you, for people to see you, right? Some people like to watch podcasts, so they're going to see you from there. Some people are going to read newsletters, they're going to see you from there. Some people are going to, see you from another form of maybe TikTok or whatever. Like, they're going to see you in that field, and they're going to understand, okay, this guy is good, this guy knows what he's doing, I'm going to join him, right? The next thing is to make a team. You cannot manage your newsletter, your agency, your business, your whatever you're selling all by yourself. So you should have a team that does it, and you need to hire, bro. You need to hire the best of the best, the cream of the crop. Please don't make the mistake of hiring somebody who sucks for like $200 and then they destroy your brand. It's possible you're going to lose everything, right? You have a client and then this guy comes and he's like, I'll let it for $100, man, and then he edits the most garbage video you've ever seen, and all you have is this ass video for you, right? So you have to make sure that your team is like high value, and this high value team, you might be like, oh my god, I'm spending like 80% of what I'm earning on this team. Trust me, it's gonna scale, right? Because they're gonna see the value. And that's it, guys. That's it. This is the ultimate guide for personal branding in 2025. If you want to know more information and you want to grow better, make sure that you follow me on Instagram and DM me the word guide, and I'll send everything over to you all for free, right? So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I managed to give you sufficient information, and I hope I set you off on the best journey of your life. See you.